Hey guys, welcome back to another workout series video. Today we are covering upper body and core, yes, some abdominal work. But first off, we are starting with my warm-up because that's been requested quite a lot on Instagram and Snapchat recently. So to start off warming up for my upper body day, I always start with about a 500-meter row, and this is also what I do with my clients too. So the 500-meter row should last no more than about 2 minutes if you're going at a really good time. And it's just to get the heart rate up, get the blood flowing in your body, and to get that upper body working. Now rowing is about using your whole body as well, so don't forget to push through your heels and pull to your chest. So once that's done, I move on to some mobility work. This is primarily focusing on my chest and my shoulders because this is a weak area for me. So I'm doing resistance band stretches really. I'm taking the band from the top of my hips all the way over, squeezing it apart so I can feel a real pull and a bit of tension across my chest and pulling it right down to my butt basically. And then I go over and do each shoulder for about five times on each shoulder. The reason I'm doing this is because I want to elongate my chest muscles, I want to open them up, I want to get that mobility in my shoulders because I personally struggle with tight chest muscles from years of doing lots of press-ups and I actually used to do a fair bit of chest training, which I've reduced because I was getting pain in my shoulders and my chest. So I find that this really helps my posture and my technique when it comes to shoulder press and press ups and everything like that. I actually function a lot better. So now we're moving on to press up walkouts, and I put in like 2 T-twists as well. Once again, we're just still trying to get that thoracic spine moving, which is your upper body, and get that chest stretched as well, get the shoulders moving, just kind of moves in all different planes of motion. That's what this is, and it's to get you working. I probably will do between 8 and 10, and if I'm honest, I'm the worst counter. If you've ever had a training session with me, you know that I can't count reps at all. So I just kind of do it and then I'm done when I kind of feel ready, but I aim for about 10 reps. Then I'm going to move on to some stretches of my lumbar spine, which is my lower back. This is also because I do struggle with tightness in my lower back, and this is why I see a chiropractor. But this also helps warm up that area and just get me moving and mobile for the rest of my workout. I aim to do about 20 lumbar twists, but to be honest, you can do as many as you like. So now I'm moving on to the main workout. I started my workout a bit differently today. I did an EMOM, which means every minute on the minute, and my aim was to do 5 to 6 assisted pull-ups with a band as quickly as I could, followed by 10 full press-ups within a minute, and then at the end of that minute, whatever time I have left, so for example I was completing this in about 45 to 50 seconds, I would have about 10 to 15 seconds recovery before I did that again. I repeated that 6 times. In my head I started off thinking I'm going to do this 10 times, but after the 5th round I thought my arms were going to fall off and I couldn't actually do it anymore, and I had to get a thicker band to help me do my assisted pull-ups, but the thought was there. I think I'm going to try and do this on a regular basis so that I do complete 10 rounds. That's going to be a bit of a fitness goal for me going forward. But as you can see, this was round 2, so I'm still a bit fresh. I'm still doing okay reps. Already starting to struggle on those pull-ups, but I'm a work in progress. I've got fitness goals too, and this is something I'm going to work towards completing. So for this workout, we're taking on a slightly different structure. We're doing lots of triceps, lots of volume, and it should be getting your heart rate up and getting you a bit sweaty. We're starting with a standing overhead press, which I did include in a recent workout video, which I will link for you. But this is, the first big compound movement, working on my shoulders. I could really feel this in my core and upper body because I'm working my arse off to stabilize the muscles so I can stand nice and strong without having my back or core collapse. Then we're moving on to a standing dumbbell row, quite a narrow grip, really working on those lats taking over. Once again, I said this before, but don't let the arms do all the work. It's all about the back. This is a back exercise. You have to think about your lats squeezing together, and I think with all your weight training it is so important to have that mind-muscle connection. You might have heard that phrase before, but what it means is that you really focus on your brain sending signals to the particular muscles that you want to work, and they should, in theory, recruit more muscles to help you do the job. Then we're moving on to the core exercise of this little tricep. However, you will be using your core in those other 2 exercises. This is a kind of a hybrid version of a Russian twist and a V-sit. So you're doing a Russian twist with a kettlebell, and you come in and do a V-sit as well. You want to aim to get the kettlebell by your hips, okay, nice and low down the body, and you'll feel it working your core so hard. I love this exercise, and yes, I hated it at the same time, but I knew it was doing the job. Moving on to tricep number 2, and I realised my filming was an epic fail. I do apologise. You were totally meant to be able to see my body, and instead you're just looking at my bum. I apologise. So basically, we're starting off this this tricep with a drop set of lateral raises. Yes, I'm killing my shoulders today. So I used about 8 kilo dumbbells to do about 6 reps. Then I drop set to 4 kilos, so about half the weight, and I aim to do between 10 to 12 reps. Okay, you can kind of see my form here. If not, once again, if you check back in previous videos, I have put kind of like more detailed descriptions on how to do a lateral raise, but this is primarily focusing on my shoulders again. Then we're moving on to this drop set for a wide grip seated row. So I'm using a wider grip attachment. This is so I'm hitting other parts of my back muscles, whereas before I did a narrow grip. This time I want to do a wide grip, switching it up and activating other parts of my body. Now I think I've got a nice flat back. My feet are firmly in there, and I'm pushing through my heels, using my back again to row the cable to my stomach, not my arms, guys. Now to finish off this little tricep, I did lots of plank variations, and I switched it up every time, but for this particular plank variation, which lasts a minute by the way, I did little taps out and leg raises. This is just to challenge my body and get my core working, to constantly stabilize the muscles from all different angles. So, and also I get a bit bored just holding a plank. I've got a bit of ADHD when it comes to training, and I just like to keep moving. So for me, this is a good distraction, and the minute goes really, really quickly, although rather painfully. Last but not least, we are finishing with another tricep. This time we're starting with an incline shoulder press once again to hit the chest and the shoulders, which we have been working throughout with our planks and press ups and all those kind of things. But this time we're really focusing on the weights. I don't go too heavy here. I've gone for about 10 kilo dumbbells because I'm looking to get 12 reps. So I wanted a higher volume. So I went for lower weights than I would normally. And I'm just really focusing on using my core, engaging that, digging my heels into the floor, stabilizing and pushing those dumbbells up above my chest, controlling them down and pushing them up again. The second exercise is one of my favourites. It's a cable pull down. This time I've used a slightly different attachment. Normally I use a flat bar, but this time I used, I don't even know what this bar is called actually. That's probably bad, isn't it? But I think it's called, let's call it a zigzag bar. I've used the zigzag bar to pull down, and once again that just means I can get a slightly wider angle and to challenge my lats in a different way. And for me, I really feel this. I don't need to do a high weight. You're looking at about 10 kilos, 12 kilos max, and once again you're aiming to do about 12 reps, keeping that back super flat, core tight, squeezing your bum, and really focusing on squeezing underneath those armpits. Remember the oranges from the pull-up? And last but not least, we finish with a real killer. 60 seconds of a military plank with a press up. So if your arms and your core and your body wasn't fatigued already, it soon will be by the end of this. The aim of the game is to really focus on keeping that body solid. And if you're struggling with full press ups, go to your knees and then go back up to a full plank to complete it. I did have to do that on my last round because I was getting tired. If you do give this workout a go, I would love to hear in the comments below, you know, if you're going to give it a try, how you got on, and also give me a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love you to stick around for more videos. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next. Thank you for watching.